What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Another StarCraft 2 commentary for you today. How I spoil you guys. This is going to be a game between Sage and Junwi. Now, this player right here, Protoss player, is Sage. This is our red Protoss player here, an IC Cup test bug. And then we have got Junwi as our blue Zerg player. So yes, Protoss versus Zerg. One last commentary for the day. Let's kick things off with a bang, or wrap things up with a bang. I don't know. I don't even know how this game's going to be. Much as always, I just grab a game from the replays and we basically just see how it goes out. So if games aren't exciting or if they're not ridiculous, then I'm sorry. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes what will happen basically is I'll see a replay that has basically a high score, but replays that just come out, they don't really have the time to accumulate that, or I'll get sent a replay that's told to me to be epic. But anyways, I don't know why I'm saying this. For all I know, this will be one of the most epic games ever. So here we go, Sage with the pylon at the front of the wall, and yeah, that's it. All right, so yeah, guys, how's everything going? Things are going well for me. Been a pretty lengthy work day. I also had a couple lessons sprinkled into the mix as well, but things have been going well. I'm doing it, man. I'm keeping on this schedule, trying to keep this content churning out for you guys. Next week is a very busy week for me. I'm sorry if I'm blabbering right now, but there's nothing going on, nothing to talk about. Extractor first. Here comes the pool. Gateway, Cybernex core is coming. Let's watch simulators. Yeah, whatever. So yes, beginning of the game, nothing going on. Next week, very busy. Middle of the week, actually Wednesday the 27th, I'll be heading to Blizzard. I'm getting a world first look at the Diablo 3 beta. I've mentioned this before. You might already know this, but I'm flying out Tuesday night and I'm coming back Thursday afternoon. So that's about 2.5 days of total time that I won't be around. Now I'm going to try to preload some content for the middle of the week so that you guys can watch stuff while I'm gone, but I don't know how that's going to pan out. I'll do my best regardless, and then once I come back, I'll be super busy going over the D3 stuff that I see at the event, and then besides that, you know, also coming out with the regularly scheduled stuff. So yeah, next week's pretty crazy, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm liking the schedule. I'm liking keeping this content consistent. Let me know how you guys feel about, well, the amount of videos coming out and the quality and everything like that. We can see right now, Junwi, oh, there we go, finally pulling guys off the gas. I was going to say something a little peculiar is going on. He does have enough Vespene right now for the metabolic boost. There we go, just starting it. A little frustrated with the amount of probe harass he was having to deal with, I'm assuming. That was the problem. A couple of Zerglings moving their way on out right now. We'll be trying to catch that probe. I think that probe should make it safely back home. We have the Cybernex core right now just finished. Here comes that second assimilator as well. More or less, everything's looking pretty standard. I do expect an expansion very, very soon from Junwi. We will have to keep an eye out, though, as to whether or not he does decide to do that. Moving just in the nick of time as those Zerglings were catching up. I'm surprised he didn't move a little earlier. He saw that with the control of the Xel'Naga. I don't know why he sat as long as he did. Back over here, we do have a Stalker out, Sentry being chrono boosted as well. Here comes that Warp Gate research. Still no additional buildings. Now the Zerglings will be able to actually make it on in, so he will be seeing that nothing else has been dropped yet. Second Zergling trying to get out because he knows he'll die, and this gave this first Zergling some breathing room. So the one Zergling down, though, turning around, not worried about the scouting. Killed off the one Zergling, and the second Zergling should die soon right now. Just chilling back in the corner. Where's that Stalker now? Where'd he go? Hello, there we go. Stalker is right now chasing the Zergling Sentry, target firing it down as well. Zergling trying to chase down the probe, but that does turn face because he knows what he's about to come up against. But there we go right now, coming out with a quick expansion. So we will be seeing a 1-gate expansion here from our Protoss player, Junwi, again, going with that quick expansion as expected. He just opened up with Extractor Pool first, and then that expansion. We've got the Queen working its way on down. Do we have a creep tumor placement? No, not yet. Not too worried about connecting those bases this early on. So let's keep an eye as well on Sage. I do expect another 2 gateways right now. That seems like that would make the most sense. That's what we most typically see. So let's take a look here. Yeah, it does have this 300 minerals. Come on, gateways. Do something, please. You're just sitting there with a probe, not doing anything, and making me look like a fool. I pity the fool. All right, so nothing yet, so let's just go back over here. Junwi, he, again, looking standard. Quick layer, though. That is very fast, dropping that Roach Warren there as well. There's an additional 3 gateways, so there we go. He was waiting until he had enough minerals to get the 3, not just the 2. So we'll be early on, starting with that 4-gate. Could very well see a Robo sometime soon as well. Otherwise, we might see another 2 gateways for trying a 6-gate some sort of push. That's not quite as prevalent, though, with a 1-gate into expand. Usually you see the 6 or 7-gate when you see a Forge fast expand. That gives you that level 1 upgrade and certainly provides a lot of opportunity for you. So right now, layer just about finished, right about at the same time. Look at that, impeccably timed here. The layer's finishing, the Roachwarren finishes. Probably going to expect that speed to come on through for that Roachwarren, and there it is. Speed coming on through right now, so we'll be getting those roaches. Also getting the burrow, so we'll be probably seeing those tunneling claws right after that roach speed. It does finish, starting things off here with just 3 roaches. Here comes a forge right now as well, adding to some sort of a defense here with a wall for the front of his expansion. Obviously with all those sentries as well, we'll be able to easily lay a couple of force fields to prevent any Zerglings from going nuts. A few more sentries getting warped in as well. So sentry heavy tends to be a very popular theme when you're going for a fast expand build. The greatest reason behind that is because it helps even up those numbers. Even if you're outnumbered, if the player happens to stay on one base or try something all-in-y, force fields can be your saving grace in that situation. One cannon getting placed here as well to, again, help with any possible Zergling run-bys. Now, we're seeing a lot of roaches come out right now for Junwi, so Sage, right now should be okay, but, there's all sorts of possibilities, especially if he does get those tunneling claws. I do expect them, given the fact that that Burrow research is coming out. Now, Sage, of course, will need an observer to properly deal with those. The one cannon will help him for the front, but nowhere else, especially not in midfield combat. Now, we are seeing a push right now from Sage. There is the proxy pylon. How many gateways is he sitting on? Just the 4 still? Yes, just the 4. He is chrono boosting out right now the level 1 upgrades. He looks like he will not be waiting for it, though. Now look at these Burrow roaches ready for an ambush. This is not good right now for Sage. He is about to get sandwiched, dropping the force field roaches from behind. What a surprise. You never want anything from behind, especially not roaches. Target firing down a few of these units. Now just enough energy to continuously lay these force fields. We still don't have tunneling claws, but the Burrow giving them the ability to recharge their health certainly helps. Pulling back to the safety of that proxy pylon, allowing him to warp in a few units, but again, he can't deal with this Burrow whatsoever. No observer right now. He is just building his robotics. We've got a Spire coming on through as well. So already transitioning into Spire Tech Junwi, trying to mix things up here. He won't be sticking with Roach forever. Could possibly be saving himself just in case there's Colossus on the way, getting prepared to get those Corruptors. We'll have to wait and see, though. Still no tunneling claws, but we'll be nonetheless engaging here with these Roaches, trying to target fire that down. Doesn't matter. That level 1 upgrade will finish in just one moment, burrowing down those Roaches at low health, allowing them to regenerate quickly, and then we'll be re-engaging. And again, still trying to target fire down. We do have a weapon, an armor level 1 upgrade coming, so we can try to stop that from happening. Now those sentries starting to get pretty low on that energy, and that of course means that they will not be able to lay down those force fields. That's the entire point of poking back and forth with these roaches. We've got Twilight Council coming out. I do believe an observer should be in play. Now that robotics did finish, is there an observer? No, not one coming out. There we go, finally an observer coming on through, and again, just keeping it up with trying to use up that energy for those sentries. And then once they're completely out, we'll be engaging. And there we go, pretty low, but no, getting caught out of position, and that is bad for those roaches. Nice force fields with just enough energy. Took out quite a few roaches. Burrow would have done nothing in the face of those cannons. Here is that observer as well. Did that Spire just get canceled, or did it finish? I don't know. It must have finished because we have mutas coming out. It's got to be somewhere here, right? I can't even tell where it is. I guess it doesn't really matter. Back over here. Is there any more engagement? No, bro, roaches. Let me find this. Why do I have a hard time? I swear sometimes. There it is, because he's being tricky. He's being sneaky over there. So we've got mutas coming in out. Looks like 9 coming into play. We've got the level 1 weapons attack for those Zerg flying air units there. We've got a hatchery coming on down. Very hidden, though. Junwi moving all the way down here, expecting Sage to not scout that out initially. Look at that. Already when scouting for the 3rd, he's heading in this direction because that's the likely 3rd expansion. Right here or here. He could possibly check in this position, though not as likely because it's too close to your aggressor, but very nice here. Junwi hiding this expansion. So here come the mutas. We'll be sitting very strong, pretty heavy muta numbers. He'll be starting to do some sniping. We got 10 in play right now, 2 more coming through as well. Now very stalker heavy though, and that blink research just finished. Blink stalkers do very well against those mutalisks, so it will really come down to control and how Junwi decides to engage Sage. He just needs to be so very careful. Certainly doesn't want to walk right up on them. And here we go, stalkers blinking forward, getting a few free roach kills in there at the same time. Mutas moving across the map. We'll be working right on in and going straight for that resource line, but again, be wary. Big, strong Blink Stalker push. He can get vision of the high ground as well with that observer, so he could end up right in the main. Lots of mutas, though, able to target fire down these low number of stalkers. He's got quite a few gateways, though. He could warp in almost enough to deal with this. And here we go, Blink Stalker move forward there. A couple of force fields as well, stopping those roaches and speedlings from being able to get within range. We're seeing some nice Blink Stalker micro and doing quite a bit of damage At the same time, Muta's trying to work down this Nexus, and oh my, the GG from Sage. Sage realizing that the Muta damage was a bit too much, the economy loss was way too strong, and I guess he didn't feel like his Blink Stalkers were going to punch through. Junwi opened up one base Metabolic Boost into Expansion, and Sage decided to go one gate into Fast Nexus as well. Sage moved out with a 4-gate push after his quick expand. However, with Burrow Roach Tech, Junwi was in a strong position over him, and this actually forced Sage to just drop some force fields and retreat. Realizing he had a tech advantage, Junwi pushed out with his Burrow Roaches. Without the Tunneling Claws though, he still had a difficult time against force fields, so we just saw him poke in and out and try to use up all of that Sentry energy. Sage teched up to Blink Stalkers, and with that was able to push up against this Roach army and move out towards Junwi's base. Unfortunately though, for Sage, at the exact same time, we did see a transition of Junwi up into Mutas, and with this he was able to hit the Econ and do quite a bit of damage to Sage. Now Sage continued up his push while this Muta harass was going on, but unfortunately wasn't able to break this front wall with a lot of Spine Crawlers. Even with his force fields, realized he was too far behind and just called the GG. Alrighty, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed the game. And that about does it for today's commentary. Stay tuned, of course, tomorrow for some more commentaries. I believe tomorrow is team games. That's exciting. So thanks so much, guys. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for listening and watching and all that jazz. And as always, guys, keep watching and keep owning.